75.14 is the key area for the bears, and 73.23 is the key area for the bulls. If you keep getting whipsawed around in this market, then I'm going to show you the levels to look for and why one specific area at 73.14 could be the key area to the S&P 500, deciding if the bulls or the bears are going to control this market moving forward. So starting off here on the 4-hour chart for the S&P 500, the red box I drew right here is going to signify the resistance level that the bears are at right now at 75.14, and that level is the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, drawn from the high at 76.32 down to the low at 73.23. You can see how at the 61.8% level, the price today, it bumped up against it several different times, but never closed above it once. So that's telling us that the bulls are pushing this thing down no matter how hard the bears are trying to move it forward. Now, for the bottom side down here, the green box at 73.14.50 and some change, I'm just going to use round numbers. It is the very important, because if this thing goes down here and gets hit from where the market currently is up here at 75, around 75.04, what is going to happen is that's going to complete the trade setup from a longer trade over here at 76.48 at the high down to 73.57. So what the target is down there is 73.14. You can see on July 29th from 2 days ago, price came down to 73.23, so very close to hitting that 73.14, but didn't quite hit it, and not close enough for me to consider it to be good enough to be done. So a lot of times when that happens, that means that price is going to reverse the other way. When it misses its target, when a measured move like this misses its target, it means we can head it up over in the other direction over here. For this instance, it'd be going long, and that's exactly what has happened so far. But the battlegrounds are the red box right here at 75.14 down to 73.14. So we are in between a battleground right now, hitting off of the top of the 61.8 box. Now, bulls can take control, but they have a little bit more work to do. Up here at this box where the target is around 7,700, what that is going to be is that's going to be from a longer time frame as well over here from the chart, starting at June 10th at 72.92 and the high at 76.48 on June 15th. So using those two Fibonacci levels right there, we got the target up here at 7,700. So if the bulls continue running this thing up, then that is a target we're looking for in this move right here, 7,700. But right now we are right in the middle of the battle between the bulls and the bears. So whichever one hits this first, 7,700 versus 7,014, that is going to decide which direction where we are going to go for the intermediate term here in the S&P 500 market. So expect some more choppy days here ahead until one side decides which way it's going to win. So the key level to look at going into next week in the S&P 500 is at 73.14 for the bulls, and for the bears at 75,012. In the 3-minute chart for the S&P 500, we can see this trend channel that started all the way down here at 73.24 and has continued going up at a 45-degree angle, has been the level of support for this movement. Now, for most of this movement, the price has been above the upper side of the trend channel, which tells us that this is extremely bullish trend. But when we do have that sort of side from the other, so if one side is going the other way, then expect it to go back below the other way, but still continue the trend to the upside. And so that is why on these shorter time frame charts, I like to look at them from this level, because it does show the micro movement and what to expect going forward. Going into Monday, the level I'm looking for is around 74.50, going up on a sliding scale to see if the bulls can hold that level. If not, then I do expect that line to be broken, the lower trend channel line, but I do still expect price to continue the uptrend for it, just so it matches the upside of the trend, where price is broken above the trend channel. Now in the NASDAQ market, the two levels we are looking at, the bulls are holding strong at 27,200 and the bears are holding strong at 28,639. And where those two levels come from is this top of this Fibonacci retracement level at 30,977, which was started on June 22nd, and the low down here from July 29th at 27,200. So these are the two key levels here in the NASDAQ market. You can see from today at the 38% Fibonacci retracement level, that price, just like the S&P 500 at the 61.8 level, bounced off of it a couple times, never closed above it once. So that tells us the bears right now are not allowing the price to go above that level. Now the bulls down here at 27,200, it ticked off there once, opened off there, and then just exploded off of there as well. So that is where the battle lines have currently been drawn here between these two levels. So just like the S&P 500 is going to determine who's going to take control, the bulls or the bears. Now the one thing that this market has that the S&P 500 doesn't have is it doesn't have a missed low or a missed target that the bears did not hit, like they did not hit in the S&P 500. But what it does have an extra trend channel that the S&P 500 does not have. So we see right here the trend channel going down, starting at about 30,965, and it's sloping down a nice strong 45-degree angle. We broke out of it slightly here, and just like I said previously, when price breaks out of it one way, expect it to go and break above it the other way, either above or below, depending on whichever one went first. So that is why one of the reasons I'm expecting price to continue up here, break north of the upper trend channel, go up to the 61.8 level at 29,528, and that's going to be the next battleground level where we see what is going to happen. Will the bulls continue to push it higher once it hits that 61.8? But I do expect some type of battle up there, or when it hits there where the bears push it down and continue making new lows within this trend channel right there. Now if the bulls do push it higher and hit this upper trend channel, let's say around 30,552, is going to be, it's on a sliding scale, so not exactly sure. That shows that they are in complete control and are very close to topping the level over here that we have all the way over here from June 3rd at about 31,125. If it breaks that over there, or excuse me, 31,104. If it breaks that level, then the bulls are squarely in control and they have taken over this market. But if the bears anywhere along this way push it down and take it below 27,200, then they are showing they are in control right now. Now what did happen today at the 38% level at 28,639, this set us up for a new move lower for the shorts. And what target would be looking for if the shorts take it over from that level is the target down here at 26,649. So this has set us up for another move lower right here within the NASDAQ market. So that's why the two battleground levels are 27,200 and 28,639. Next week is going to help us determine which way it's going to go. But I do think that since price has broken out of the downward trend channel right here, that gives us that little bit of evidence to think that we expect the bulls to take over and continue its move north to go to the upside of the trend channel over here, which will probably set them up for taking over the new high over there at 31,104. Going to the 3-minute time frame on the NASDAQ market, we can see the trend channel has formed just like it did in S&P 500, starting down here from the 29th of July at around 20,202. That's where we have the low of it. Then we have the next swing point up here at 27,336. Drew it up here to the medium high at 27,699, and that is our trend channel going from the bottom left to the upper right. We can see today how when price came back down, it hit right off the trend channel, the upper part of the trend channel at 28,139, letting us know that this is extremely valid and extremely strong trend channel. And just like I've stated twice already, I do expect price to eventually go down and break through the bottom side of the trend channel just to match the upper side where where we have had a lot of overshooting of it, just because the market likes to get in somewhat symmetry. When price overshoots one way, it likes to bring it back the other way to provide some symmetry for the market. So going into next week, I do expect the bulls to eventually take over, but I do expect some type of battles in the short term where it does look like the bears have taken over. They get people trapped on the wrong side. This trend channel breaks right here and people start getting trapped on the wrong side before something happens, some news or something like that takes over, and then price shoots up. So going into next week, the two levels to look for on the NASDAQ is down here at the previous low at 27,200 and up here at the previous high at 31,104.